Right, so that marks, it was like an hour ago now, yep. That marks the Roblox Winter Spotlight event done now. So it's just ended. So it's time for me to discuss it because I would rather just do it live at this point instead of recording it because I feel this is much easier to go over it. I took a bunch of screenshots throughout the event, so I'm going to be going over those shortly. But yeah, we started out here, and the event started. We slid down this slope here. You can you can get the first item right here. I'll be showing that in the screenshots shortly. And you can go back up on the slope again through there. And I wanted to one thing I do like about this hub is the rails here. I was not expecting rail grinding. I was not expecting rail grinding from Sonic coming in here. It's really cool. This for example, this is the longest rail. It goes all the way around as well. But yeah, I want to get on with talking about the screenshots. Yeah, that comes all the way around. And yeah, this is where we went in and got all of the token accessories here. They dropped a couple of two other things there too recently. And this over here is where we got the elite helmet. The elite holy wrap, I think it's called from here. And then yeah, you can frost everything like with the previous events. But yeah, so oh yeah, the other thing I want to show before I get to the screenshots. Yeah, so yeah, I went through and got every item in the event, and I got every single token and elite token in the entire event. Oh, we're gonna be. Oh, that's not. Yeah, I gotta be careful not to do that. Yeah, because I gotta be careful about the portals because it's very easy to accidentally. Hello, it's very easy to accidentally go into the portals here, especially from the menu here. So yeah, where was the one I wanted? Where was the one I was looking for just then? Where is it? Where is it? It's on here somewhere. Where is it? It's not that one. Oh yeah, the second one one on the bottom. I'm going to be talking about that one especially. There's two others that kind of annoyed me. Second one on the bottom there annoyed me a bit, and the fourth and Dusty Trip. Yeah, those three specifically really annoyed me this time, but I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to show before I start off with the screenshots. How did people do this in 15 minutes? Like every single badge? 15 minutes. How? This took me like 4 days to do that. Oh yeah, another thing. Yeah, Sonic Speed Simulator, because I mean Sonic Speed Simulator here. They were at the top of the teleports leaderboard for a while. But the Blade Ball and Dress to Impress beat them out after a few days. But yeah, I'm very glad to see Speed Sim up here, which is on the most teleports. So that was really cool to see that. But yeah, for now that I've pretty much discussed the hub itself fully, I'm gonna turn the graphics down now because I don't really need them now because I'm going through the screenshots. There's all of the frost versions of the items there. But I'm not going to be doing that because I don't spend Robux during these events, so yep, there's that. But yeah, I'm just going to park myself here for the rest of the stream and talk about these screenshots and bring them up, so yeah. Right, so the first thing I want to do is bring up day one, so let's do that real quick. There we go. That should come up immediately, and it should be in frame correctly, so yeah. Right, so I'm going to be going over all of the screenshots now. So yeah, so the event. I think this was when the hub opened the day before the event started. So I went in and checked out the top area to begin with, and then this is the day it started. Like an hour before the event actually started, because the game started. They started opening their badges are like an hour early. A lot of the games were doing that, so I immediately went straight to Speed Sim and and streamed that. There's a VOD of me streaming the Speed Sim one on my channel under my live streams there. If you want to see me doing that, took me like 17 minutes because I had Supersonic, so I did that one really quickly. I went for the whole. You only had to do 100. You only had to do 100 presents. You only have to drop off 100 presents for the elite token after getting the 1,000 rings. So I just, but since I main speed sim, I just went for the full 500 presents, and because I wanted the Astro Rider motorbike there under the Winter Spotlight thing. But yeah. So that opened immediately. I checked that out for a bit before coming straight back into the hub to check out the start. So yeah, this is when the event started, and we originally slid down the slope and grabbed the first token, which was in that present there. So that was the Winter Skies beanie. So that was the first item, and then they explained how to get the tokens there. And then I moved on. I just took a screenshot from my stream for this. So this is when I got the standard token from Speed Sim. That was just. I think that was the. I think you just had to get the 1,000. Was it just the 1,000 rings? I think it was the 1,000 rings for the regular token. I think it was. I think because yeah. Because then right after that I went and done the 100 presents for the elite token, and then that was pretty much done. But then after that I went and done the other 400 presents because I wanted the Astro Rider motorbike in Speed Sim, so there was that. This is Royale High I moved on to for the second game, so we had to like snowboard down the slope and collect these snowflakes. I had a bit of trouble with the snowboard at first because I kept missing the snowflakes, and I was trying to get back up the hill to grab the snowflakes, but at the time before getting the regular token here, I didn't know you could unequip the snowboard, so I was doing straight downward every time, and for like, well, like 4 or 5 times I guess, before realizing, oh yeah, you can unequip the snowboard to just jump back up the hill. Because if you try to go upward at all with the snowboard, it just doesn't let you. It just stops. You completely stop moving if you try to go upwards at all with the snowboard. So it was a bit jank, I'd say, with the snowboard. But I got it eventually. And then yeah, there's the oh yes, yeah, it was a bit, yeah, it was a bit scuffed with the snowboard, yeah, but. Yeah, it kind of confused me a little bit, yeah. But then, yeah, they gave us plenty of time to get the elite token, though, so it was all right. It's just getting used to how it works, really. Oh yeah, I think Monster Cat music was playing during that too. So if I recorded it, it would have been in this video. As a video instead of a stream, so God knows how many copyright things would have happened from that. But I didn't really get any from the games event, really, because the clips were so short. But yeah. So there's the elite token badge for Royal High. Oh yeah, the third game I went on to. Oh, Pets Go. This one took a really long time to do this one. But the regular token itself is okay. You just have to open 3 things here. Look, so that didn't take very long at all. But I got fed up of it taking so long. So I decided to, in the middle of getting the elite token, I went out and saw the Inception time. Goat legend, love your launcher scripts when you do these events, because it's so much easier to get the launcher stuff when you do these launchers. These also give scripts. Thank you, Inception time, for setting that up, because it makes it so much easier to get through more people with it. I really wish more devs and admins would be constantly launching these launchers, because without Inception time, I don't know how on earth there would be so many people getting these launcher items, because it's really difficult just to get into, like with the classic as an example, because I mentioned it back in my classic compilation. Getting into a developer or an admin server without people being auto-kicked for getting all the items is a nightmare. The queues can go up. The queues can be like 200 or worst case scenario, it can just be over 1,000, and at that point it doesn't even render the queue, the queue number. So it's just like, oh god, there really does need to be more devs and admins launching the launcher items, because it's so difficult to get these launcher items otherwise. So yeah, thank you very much, Inception Time, for doing the auto give script thing again, because it is so much easier to do it that way. I feel, because I know a lot of star creators do it as well, and sometimes admins and devs pop into their streams when they're doing it as well. But yeah, I feel the best way from my perspective for getting these launcher items is definitely keep an eye on Twitter for when Inception Time is announcing that he's starting to launch the launcher items, because it is so fast. Like, it's so fast going through the queue, waiting for the queue to go down. It goes down so fast. So yeah, I got the dev launcher helmet from him, and then straight after that I got the admin and the dev one straight after that. So that was that went by real quick, and then I headed straight back to Petsgo to continue that. I also got a few of these holy corgis as well, while trying to get this elite token as well. But yeah, this elite token, dude, this took so long to get this elite token. Oh boy, this elite token, jeez. I think it was like 300, like 200, 300k to get the elite token, but then you had to unlock everything on. So like, you go from the holiday event and you go up to the naughty and nice machine, and then you had to do all the gingerbread multipliers to get up to the elite token. It took way too long, way too long. And the amount of clicking as well was ridiculous. Thankfully, they have an auto open egg thing at one point in the main tree somewhere. I forget what it is now. That does it better. It's also, I also just sat at the fishing spot as well, just to get it done fast as well, because I just let it do its thing at that point, because it was taking way too long. But yeah, oh yeah, also this happened, I think, twice. I think I got a festive agony, so I think I got like 2 of those, I think. So that happened, I guess. But yeah, oh yeah, and then I equipped the launcher items after that. So yeah, so and then yeah, oh yeah, the launcher items also came with classic clothing too. So that was a surprise. I was not expecting classic clothing to come with the launcher item, so that was cool. So I just put the admin one on top, and then I put the dev one in the middle, and then the star creator one on the underneath. That kept it at regular size. So yeah, that was that. And then oh yeah, this was, I think I got the first. Yeah, this is when I got the first item from the tracker, which I believe, if I real quick just hide this real quick, I think that was the firework, maybe? I'm not sure. I think it might have been the firework. I think it was the firework, because I'm a bit scuffed here trying to swap between the screens here. So yeah, oh yeah, it was the firework. Yeah, because I put notes on all the screenshots just to make sure I'm not confused. I forgot about that. Yeah, so yeah, this is when I got Polar Cub's fireworks. So that was the first item. That was the second item out of the way. And then I popped in the 3 elite tokens. So yeah, we had to get 18 elite tokens for the elite holy wrath. And oh boy, once I got near the end, it got really difficult, because there's, I think it depends on like the person and if they've played the game type before or not. But there was a few games on my end especially that took way too long. There was a lot of time consuming ones that took way too long, but it is what it is. But there's also some that's just not that didn't really test it with as a new player. They didn't really test it very well. A few of the games this time, again, as usual with every event in 2024. But yeah. So I popped in those 3 tokens, and then I went straight over to Dress to Impress, because I was constantly hearing that Dress to Impress was easy. Yeah, it was all right. It was the obby. This was after doing the obby, I think. Yeah, The obby was fine. I only fell in the water once, and that was fine. And then oh yeah, they recycled the dolphin thing from the summer event, and they just reskinned it for Christmas. So the token was in the middle of that. It's like what's it called? What's that one game called? That's like Sonic Dash, Subway Surfers or something. It's kind of like that, I think. Yeah, because the token was right in the middle of this section. And then yeah, there was a badge for going and finding the boss room, and then the elite token was literally just sat on the edge of the boss arena, just right there. So I grabbed that, and then I decided, oh, I'm here. I might as well just get the badge for finishing the boss. So I got that too. So that was Dress to Impress. Then it was all right. The boss was fine. I didn't die to the boss, so the boss was fine. And then I popped in more tokens, I think, here. Yeah, I popped in the Just to Impress token here, yeah. And then I put in the other elite token from there, and I think, yeah, that's everything for day one then. Happy New Year, yee. So that was the end of day one. So I'm gonna go and grab the day two screenshots now. So I think the first game I did was Fish on day two. So bring this up. There we go. So yeah, there's Fish. So Fish, I think, yeah, the Fish took a while, but honestly, I kind of feel like Fish, even though Fish took a really long time, I feel like I kind of started to enjoy Fish. I've never played Fish before at this point, but I've been grinding it ever since, pretty much, and I just got the reinforced rod the other day, because there was also people saying get the steady rod as well, but I noticed that the reinforced rod has infinite kilograms on it, infinite weight on it. So I decided to just go straight for the reinforced rod instead of the steady rod after that. But yeah, but yeah, the token. Yeah, this was the token. The token was a nice start. Yeah, it took a bit, but it was not as long as the elite token did, because the elite token took a lot longer because it required you to catch even more fish than the token. So yeah, it was fine. They also made us buy that inside the building on the left. There's like a candy cane rod in there, just barely on the screenshot. We had to buy that at one point for one of the tasks, I think. So that was a thing. Oh yeah, I'm not focused on the thing. There we go. So yeah, so then I think this was what was this? This was the elite. Yeah, I took a screenshot of the elite token task. So we had to catch 45 fish for the elite token, and then we had to go to every single island, and drop off presents. I've never been to the islands before, so I was like, I don't even know where to go. But thankfully, Fish shows you where all the islands are with the names hovering in the air. So I'm glad that that's still a thing, because if that was like you have to unlock the ability to see that. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. And then, oh yeah, we had to start up the present machine here. That was one of the tasks. And then, so yeah, it was a lot of fishing and a lot of traveling to get this elite token. But yeah, he was just stood down below behind Santa there. So yeah, it was all right. It was just like hey, I just woke up. I wanted to get this started, and I want to do something peaceful. So Fish was exactly the thing to get started with for the day. So yeah, I decided to do Fish first, and it took a while, but it was a relaxing start, I'd say. But got me into Fish a little bit. I'm hearing that Roblox has a botting problem right now. Fish is one of the games that's affected, but I hope Roblox can do something about that soon. But yeah, because I kind of like Fish because it reminds me of Big's fishing from Sonic Adventure and Sonic Frontiers a little bit, mostly Adventure 1, because in Frontiers it's pretty much automatic. But yeah, that's kind of why Fish kind of stuck to me a little bit after doing this. But yeah, this was when, oh yeah, this straight after this. I had enough tokens for the toasty marshmallow earmuff, so I went and grabbed that from the hub real quick, and then I moved straight on to Dragon Adventures. This was the token tasks. Oh yeah, Snowman Showdown. Oh, this is when the you gotta get other people in the server to cooperate with you, and if they don't cooperate with you, it takes way too long, or it just never happens. The Snowman Showdown required like I don't know, like 4 people to be queued up for the mini game, and it took way. Thankfully they have like a roar button that you can just roar, and then it highlights where you are in the area, so it just calls people over to the mini game. So without that, that would probably take to get people to cooperate, because I don't like you have to get players to cooperate tasks. Those ones really annoy me. But apart from that taking longer than it should have to get people to start that mini game, it was that the token itself was, I guess, fine. Yeah, it was, yeah, because I marked that as a thing. Yeah. And then the elite token, we had to open this door for the elite token, so I pretty much just looked up where to find the keys, and that made it so much more bearable to find these keys, because I would have no idea where to have looked otherwise. So I went around to grab the keys, and then went in the door and grabbed the elite token, and then yeah. This one was alright. This one was alright, especially watching someone else show me where the keys were. So that was pretty fine. Dragon Adventures was alright, and then I moved straight on to Creatures of Scenario after that. Oh yeah, this was the token tasks. You had to do the snowball fight minigame 3 times, which is a bit yeah. And then I think I struggled with the gifts a little bit, because if I remember correctly, because the gifts are scattered all across the world, and you have to go back and forth. A lot of traveling for the presents, especially, and you can only carry so many at a time as well. So that took a bit to do that as well. But it was yeah. There was also it was a lot of traveling, and then yeah, you had to wait an entire minute between snowball fight mini games, and I was like, oh, even more time on top of that. So apart from that, this token was all right. But the elite token was encrypted, so you couldn't do the tasks immediately. You had to go to these what's it called, you have to go and translate these tablets, the tablets, to start the tasks across the world. They were marked on the map, so I could go straight to them, so that was fine. But the tasks themselves were fine. There was one that there was a tiny bit of grinding, because you had to break a certain amount of things multiple times. The ice shards, yeah, I can barely see it on the screenshot. Yeah, the ice shards. There was I think it was 10 to 20 of them or something, if I remember correctly. That task took a while, but apart from that, it was okay. It was just a lot of traveling to get this elite token. But yeah. So yeah, Creatures of Scenario was alright, and then I moved straight on to War Tycoon after that. War Tycoon. I haven't played it since the last time they were in a Roblox event, and they let us use the helicopter last time, but coming back to it now, they've blocked flight behind 3 rebirths or something, which made this take way longer than it should have. I don't know why they changed that, but oh well, I guess. I still had the car unlocked from last time, so I didn't have to redo the grind for the car again, so that was fine. But yeah, I had to look up where most of these presents were. Shout out to Connor 3D, because Connor 3D was the only person who showed you where every single present was, because there was multiple people were not showing, were either jump cutting or not showing where any of the presents were. So that was the thing. So thank you, Connor 3D, for showing every single present, because yeah, that because finding them across this entire world was, oof, there's loads in the city. There was the surrounding bases as well. It was like, oh, finding these presents without help would have been a nightmare. But they did have yeah, this is when I got the token for a 10 out of 25, and then this was when I got the elite token. Yeah, so yeah, it takes doing this without the buggy. I saw some people just walking it. Oh, don't you should not have walked this, because this world is huge. Do not walk it. You should not. If anybody walked it, that was a really bad idea. You should have just grinded for the buggy, because this world's too big to just walk it. Way too big. But yeah, the kind of 3D helping out with the locations really sped this up a lot. So yeah, it made it so much quicker to just know where all the presents were to get this one done. So I think, yeah, apart from that, this one was all right. It's just there was another thing too. If they had like this rate like this like volume like dynamic audio radar with like a sound effect on the presents, so you could also use that to pinpoint where they are. But sometimes when they were in buildings in the city, for example, it was hard to pinpoint exactly where the presents were, because there was one that was on top of a roof, and I couldn't. I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out where that one was. So yeah, that one took a bit, because that was before I just looked at where all the presents were at that point. But yeah, this apart from that, this one was all right. Then I moved on to Emergency Hamburg. I heard a lot of people were struggling with this one, but I didn't have much trouble with this one on my end, because it was just two. You just pick the shortest delivery, like the 2 kilometer one on the fourth one there. You just pick two. You just pick two of the shortest ones, and then you just go and deliver the presents in the truck twice, and then yeah, the token was fine as long as you did that. But the elite token, for some reason, Emergency Hamburg decided to make the elite token random. So you couldn't just watch someone go to all of the criminals that were stealing the presents. You had to figure out where they were yourself, because they randomized where every single criminal was to arrest them. So I think there was 4 of them. So you had to figure out where they were, and they weren't always in the same spot as everyone else. So that made it take way longer than it should have. So that one was slightly annoying, but not as much as some of the other ones though. So that's fine. And then come out of Emergency Hamburg and grabbed the, what's it called, the Frozen Seekers hunting hat. So I grabbed that. Grabbed that straight out of coming out of there. So that was that one done. And then oh God, here we go. Then I moved on to Bee Swarm. A lot of people were saying, "Hey, we did it in like 15 to 20 minutes without problems." On even one person said they even done it on an alt account, but you've played the game before, and the only time I play Bee Swarm Simulator is when it's in an event, like for example the Ready Player 2 event when I got the Meta Shades. The gear that I have equipped there, that's all I was using. That's all I had. I basically had like mid game stuff. So even then this took way too long. But so the Winter Spotlight Let It Snow on the top left. So that was the first task for the token, and then there's the second list of tasks for the token there, and then there's the third ones there. So it took a bit to get the token, but it was nothing compared to the elite token, because yeah. I hate the field dice. Yeah, the field dice. The field dice are random. And the best place for a new player to get field dice was the ladybugs, and especially the spiders. The problem is though, is that the ladybugs take 5 minutes to respawn, and the spider takes 30 minutes to respawn. I tried server hopping, that didn't work. It didn't make the timers go any quicker. So that didn't work either, and because of because of mainly just the amount of pollen as well, with this gear too. It's just like this And the field dice as well, it was just not giving me the field dice. And with my setup, I literally can't take out any bosses, even though I've got a few vicious bees. Apparently you need vicious bees to take out bosses, but it still wasn't enough, because look, most of my bees are like 4 and 6, mostly like 5, mostly around like 5 or 6. You need them at least 7 or something, I hear, or something, to even stand a chance against bosses. But yeah, this one, the bee swarm just really infuriated me this time. I didn't have a problem during the classic, because I had a bunch of people in my server that were basically doing the whole thing for me at that point. But this one, they made us do it by ourselves, and because I basically don't really play bee swarm, only during events. This took way too long. Yeah. But especially with those field dice, yeah. But we had to go here for the elite token. We had to do three of the bear's task sets for that, kind of like the token as well. But yeah, this one took way longer than it should have. It took me 3 hours to get this elite token, and I was not happy. But not happy by the end of that. This was one of the worst on my end to get this elite token. But because look, I've even got the VR goggles on from the Ready Player 2 event still. I never took those off, so yeah, there's that. But I got that one out of the way, and then I moved on to Elemental Dungeons after that. A lot of people said they were struggling with this one too. This one didn't really faze me at all, really. It's just, wow, I died like several times during the 6 times you had to take out the Grouch. Well, on my end, dying several times didn't really make me lose a lot of time, because look, on the first attempt for the regular token here, I still had a 5. I think that means I still had like 5.5 minutes left, so I didn't have trouble at all. And look, bottom middle. I've never played this game before, so I still have the default starter wooden sword. So, you know, it's just I didn't have problems with this one at all, really. And then I just went over to Santa's house and activated the elite token. And then oh yeah, with the elite token, we had to take out the Grouch 5 more times after the first one, and we also had to mark like 14 presents in the dungeon as well. So had to do that as well. I also grabbed. I also rolled my first magic ability in the middle of that as well. The magic ability actually helped out a little bit, actually, because like with the smaller enemies, if you group them together and use the ability on that, it pretty much just one-shots them instead of constantly swinging the basic wooden sword, because that takes a lot longer and you die like once or twice like every time you take out an enemy, especially the bigger ones. But yeah, grouping the enemies together and then using the water ability that I got made it getting through it so much easier. I also soloed it all 6 times as well, so I didn't have really any trouble with it at all. It's just I died several times, but it didn't really matter because I still had plenty of time to get through it, even though I died like, I'd say like about 10-ish times all 6 times, I think, roughly. So I didn't have a lot of trouble with it. It was just dying a lot and over again because I've never played the game before, and I have the starter stuff. So it was all right. It took longer than doing it 6 times was a bit too much, but apart from that, it was all right. But then I moved on to Rivals, the regular token. So I've never played Rivals before, so I had to do the token in the tutorial. So I think this one person was AFK, I think, if I remember correctly. So they so because they were AFK, it sped it up a little bit. I think one person was AFK at one point, so that sped this up a little bit. So it was just 15 kills indoors, and that didn't take very long at all. So the token was fine. And then for some reason with the elite token, they decided to not tell anybody how to get it. So again, I had to look that up, and yeah, it was 100 kills and free for all. So I had to look that up. So there was that. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna check that. So I've been talking for a bit. I gotta make sure that I don't get kicked for idling Roblox real quick. So let me interact with the window real quick. So yeah, it was just 100 kills in free for all. It took a bit. It took a bit to get through that. I went through like, I think like three, maybe. I think it was like two or three. I think it was like around 3 matches to get all 100 kills in free for all. I think. So that was fine. I also got a couple of things during that. Oh yeah. Also the danger wrap. That's what you get for doing the elite token. So I've equipped the danger wrap on everything pretty much at this point. So the next time I play rivals, everything will have the danger wrap on it. Pretty much literally everything. So there's that. But yeah, apart from 100 kills in free for all, and we had to figure it out ourselves which mini game it was, which game it was. So apart from that, this one was all right. It just took a bit, but it was all right. It was all right. Oh yeah, this one. Oh, this one was actually surprising. Wow, this Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition is so intensive in the graphics, even on quality 1, dude. Jeez. Oh, the graphics are ridiculously high with this one. But this one was fine. You just had to catch a bunch of wildlife out in the forest. So you just picked the team that was already out in the forest, and then you just went around and catched a bunch of rabbits, rats, birds, that kind of thing. So some of them were worth 1 point here, some of them were worth 2. The token was fine. That didn't take very long at all. And then the elite token was not long after that either. So I feel like Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition was one of the best ones, because that's the amount of time it should take to do your game, not like 3+ hours. This one I'd say took like, I don't know, like 10-20 minutes. That's how long it should be for every game, but some games don't know how to test that as a new player, so they end up making it take longer than it should for new players. So, but Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition, yeah, they did really good with time management for this one. So props to them for making this not take way too long. So yeah, this one was really good. So yeah, there's that one done. Oh yeah, and then I moved on to Emergency Response Liberty County. Oh yeah, a lot of people had problems with this one, I heard, because you had to like complete jobs to get all 25 presents. At first, I went around all the jobs, as many as I could, to try and get the presents, but I re-looked up how to do it again, and someone just said, "Hey, it's easier to just go into the middle of the game and just fish at the dock." So I just said, yeah, because I was having problems with the ambulance team trying to do a fire and trying to get on top of the building. I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to do that. So I just threw that idea in the bin pretty much, and I just re-looked it up, and then someone just said, "Hey, just fish for all the presents." So then yeah, I literally just went to the dock here and just fished for all the presents. It's like it's random when it gives you a present. It just pops up behind you like the token here, and then yeah, I just spent most of my time in Liberty County and just fished pretty much. So yeah, and then where is it? Yeah, there's the presents there. Yeah. So was this when I got the elite token? Yeah. So I literally just sat here and just fished. So oh yeah, because I got when I got the token, I had 18,000 in the top right, and by the time I had the elite token, I had over 50, and you got some money during getting the presents anyway. So that was fine. So yeah. It did take a while though to get the presents, because it was like every like, I'd say like 5 to 10 fish it would give you a present or something like that. So yeah, it was way easier to just fish for the presents. So I just did that. But yeah, not a lot of people knew about that, but I found out about that quickly thanks to someone pointing that out. And then after Liberty County, I went and got the Snowy Adventure Cape. Oh yeah, speaking of the Snowy Adventure Cape, if I bring down the screenshots again and then go back to Roblox, The cape here is moving correctly on my back now, but when I got the cape, it was not attached to a body part, so it was literally just T-posing and staying in the same rotation. So that was broken. That took Roblox a few days to fix, a couple of days to fix that, but it's fixed now, so that's fine. So that was all right. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to the thing now. Yeah, so they fixed the cape, so that was fine. Because at this point, it was it was basically T-posing. So yeah, they fixed the snowy adventure cape, so that was fine. So I grabbed that, and then I inserted the rest of the elite tokens I got. So I had four. So this was oh yeah, where am I at now on the thing? Yeah, there's about 10 screenshots left on day 2. So yeah, this is when I got this is when I had four elite tokens left to go at this point. So after I dropped those off, I went straight off the Driving Empire. Wow, Driving Empire was nice to us this time, because during the classic they made it take way too long during the classic event, way too long. But yeah, with Winter Spotlight this time, they were really nice to us this time, because all they wanted us to do here was just do 5 races and find the cookies. And I just looked up where the cookies are, like with War Tycoon. So yeah, I did this race 5 times. I think the highway race. Yeah, I just did the highway race 5 times pretty much. That didn't take long at all. That one was all right. And then the cookies. Since I was watching someone show me where all the cookies are, they were not most of them were around spawn, but some of them are a little bit far out, like this one for example. But yeah, the cookie finding these cookies was so much better than spamming than with the classic event, where they made us spam Crazy Taxi or Simpsons Road Rage for like for like an hour plus. But just finding these cookies was so much better. This is how you do it, Driving Empire. Please do it like this again next time you're in an event, because this was so much better than the classic event for time management. Way better. Please continue to do it like this if you go into another event, because this was so much better than the classic. Way better. Craft would agree, because some of these games took way too long still. But yeah, I got the elite token from Driving Empire, yep, and then I went straight over to Toilet Tower Defense after that. So you could pretty much just get the token and the elite token at the same time with this one. So I just went straight into a match with 2 people. Well, here's the thing though. For some random reason, on my end, on my end specifically, the game just broke pretty much. Like every single toilet was just stuck at the spawn point and they couldn't move. I think it was like after like around the 5th wave, they just stopped being able to move. So they were just stuck at the spawn point and unable to move. So I had to move all of my classic event units to the front here. You can see them barely behind the thing here on the right there. I had to move them all to the front. I had to move them all to the front, and then we just sat here for the vast majority of the match, just waiting for my classic event units to just delete all of the enemies. At that point, we were just sat there, just casually just sitting there, just waiting for the elite for the elite token badge at that point. So it was just like. Me and the 2 people that were in here, I got really lucky with this breaking, because it made it so much easier. I mean, even if it didn't bug out like this and the enemies couldn't move, it probably would have still been fine, because during the classic event badges were fine as well. So I guess we just got really lucky with Toilet Tower Defense, because it just broke. And we just sat at the spawn point with all of my classic units and just waited for the badge. So yeah, so unintentionally easy, but it probably wouldn't still have been fine if it didn't bug out. But yeah, that one was fine. We got both badges in that one match, so that was fine. Immediately came out and claimed it, and then yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, so I went back to the hub and put the tokens in. That was four. At that point, there was only four left. Four tokens left at that point. There was only two elite tokens to go, minus the extra ones minus the extra four for four elite tokens and regular tokens that you could get. But I did every single one anyway. So yeah, that was that. And then yeah, I dropped those tokens. I dropped the elite tokens off. So there was two more elite tokens to go at that point. And then yeah, that was pretty much the end of day 2. So I'm gonna go and grab the day 3 screenshots now. So let's bring those up. There's not as many. There's not as many now. So it's dwindling down on how many screenshots there are for every day now. So I'm bringing this up now. There we go. So the first game I did on day 3 was a mistake. I thought this one was going to be easy because it was fine in the classic, but oh boy, Dusty Trip. Oh. So you just had to take out 3 bosses for the token. That was fine. But oh, the elite token, dude. Oh, don't get me started on the elite token. we had to build this car that was 500 meters away from the final boss. But the problem is that the parts were scattered between 1,000 meters and 6,000 meters, and oh god, and then the trunk was at 1,000 meters. You could only get the parts after defeating the final boss. So I was doing this with Mud here. We spent 4 hours trying to get this elite token, dude. We failed so many times. The first time we failed, I tried to insert the engine into the ribbon racer car here. It went straight through the floor and out and straight through the floor and out and into the void. So that was a restart right there. And every time you restart, it takes like, I don't know, like 30 minutes to get back to the final boss. At that point, I lost track of time at that point because this took 4 hours, and I was really fed up halfway through because it was breaking too many times. The one of the other parts that I was having problems with, the engine. Oh, the engine, dude. For some reason, it was working fine the first attempt by just putting the engine, by just attaching the engine the first time, but after that, it just refused to attach to the car correctly, and it just kept attaching to the wheel. So because it was attaching to the wheel, it was really preventing the car from moving. So I was at that point, I was just fed up at that point with that braking, and then at one point I thought it was attached and it wasn't. I tried to look for it and it despawned, so that was another restart, and then I think Mud died a couple of times as well, so yeah, that happened. But I mean, those ones weren't as grueling as failing around this point. So yeah, but this one took way too long. The trunk was at 100 meters. You had to go back for that. You had to attach the parts to the car as well and drive it all the way back to 3,500 meters to assemble the car as well. There was 2 doors as well, and then the hood. Oh yeah, the hood. The hood you need. Oh yeah, the hood was also busted as well. Oh, the hood. To get the hood, you had to bring like a reindeer cookie and some milk with you from the start all the way to the final boss at 3,000. And drop it off on a table to get the hood, but constantly when we were trying to get the cookie and the milk into the backpack, it would not go in, especially the milk. The milk would just not go in the backpack for some reason, and the only way to fix it, we didn't know at the time, was to rejoin every time either the cookie or the milk would not go into the backpack. So it was like, oh, the amount of well, because of it, all the times we had to restart, we were pretty much set. We both had a cookie and milk in our backpacks at that point. so from the amount of restarts, so we got the hang of that scuff eventually, but that was scuff just to get the hood in the first place. So that was that. Oh yeah, and managing hunger. managing hunger was was difficult as well because we weren't able to deal with hunger until after the final boss, pretty much. So yeah, that was that. Uh, yeah, so the doors. Oh yeah, the doors. One of the doors one of the doors required you to like I forget how to get it. You have to get like this golden present from somewhere. I think oh yeah, there was a golden present at 6,000 meters. You had to go to 6,000 meters, grab a present, and then randomly find a toy shop between 3,000 and 6,000, and then take it to that toy store to get one of the doors to take back to here. And then the other door, what you had to go into 5 houses with chimneys to get the door to spawn, and then that took way too long as well. It's really scuffed to attach parts to this car specifically for some reason, because the hitboxes on this car, especially on the hood side, because again I tried to place the hood. I tried to place the engine in the hood area, but it fell through the floor. So and that was a restart because I was struggling to get it in. I just left placing the stuff to mud at that point because I was just like, I don't want it to break again. This one really infuriated me, dude. This should not have taken 4 hours. We had to restart like at least three times, if not a few more times than that. But yeah, this one took way longer than it should have. I don't understand why it wasn't similar to the classic event, because the classic event version of this was so much better. I don't see how this was better. I really don't. But yeah, I think in the order we did it was because we had to do the hood first because of the cookies and because of the cookie and the milk. So we did the hood first, and then we got the gold present door second, I think, and then we got the engine was also where the present was at 6,000 as well. So you had to get the engine from 6,000. Yeah, there was So where was the present then? I forgot where the present was at this point. Oh yeah, the present wasn't the engine was at 6,000. And then the engine was the engine was at 6,000, and the present was just right below the map there on the right. The present was just sat there. I forgot. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, the present was here, and then the engine was at 6,000. Yeah, I forgot about that. And then we took the present to the toy store for one of the doors. But I think we did the hood first, brought it here, took the present to the toy store, grabbed the door there, and then went to 6,000 for the engine, attached that when it didn't attach to the wheels, brake, because that was really annoying when it wouldn't attach to the car properly. I'm also gonna I've been talking for a bit, so I'm gonna make sure Roblox doesn't disconnect. There we go. And then got the what's it called, the engine from 6,000, and then brought that back. And then on the way, I think basically on the way back, you just go to the 5 chimney houses for the other door, and then drop all that off. And at that point, all that was left was the trunk. So then on the final run here, we went all the way back to 1,000 to pull a lever in the first boss room to get the trunk. And then oh yeah, he said up there, it looks like a spoiler. Yeah, the trunk looks like a spoiler. I'm looking at the trunk here in the screenshot. But yeah, we brought the trunk back to here, put that on, and then as soon as he put the trunk on, it gave us the badge for the elite token here. But yeah. This should not have taken 4 hours, dude. Not have taken 4 hours. It took way too long. But yeah, that was that one done. It took way longer than it should have. That was a really bad start to day 3. I really didn't want to go through that as the first game on day 3. That really put my mood down after that. Oh yeah, right here, look. Yeah, see? Speed Sim was at this point on day 3. Speed Sim was number 1 in most teleported from the Winter Spotlight event hub. I was really impressed that Speed Sim was up there, but then they moved down to 3rd after that. So Yeah, but they were at first on the hub teleports for a few days there, because this is day 3, look. So I was really impressed by that. So that was cool. But after Dusty Trip, I went back to the hub because Roblox said, "Hey, we're dropping this drink hot chocolate from the token bowl in the middle." So I just went and grabbed that real quick. It was not really important this one. There was also one for the elite token, but just not important either. But I just grabbed it anyway because it's a free thing. Oh yeah, and then I moved on to Heroes Battlegrounds. Yeah. Uh, this one, I don't even know what happened with this one. So yeah, I was it this one? Yeah. So yeah, this was getting this was getting the token. Yeah. So you had to get like, I think it was like 10 kills or I mean, I think it was 8 kills or something to get the token here. I got 1 kill, but getting kills in Battlegrounds games is a nightmare, because if you get hit once in a Battlegrounds game, you have to wait like an entire minute before you can start fighting again. It's like, oh, I don't like Battlegrounds games because of that. But after I got the first kill, the one of the events ended. But for whatever reason, when the event when that server event ended, it gave me 1 out of 3 on the elite token, but it also gave me all of the rest of the kills for some reason, and it just gave me the token. So I pretty much just skipped the token because of that. I have no idea why it did that, but I was grateful for it, because getting kills in this game is a nightmare anyway. So it just made me skip the token, so I was grateful for that. And then I just basically had to sit here for 45 minutes. 45 minutes waiting for all 3 of these server events to happen. Way too long of waiting, but it's better to just sit and wait for something at this point than doing difficult stuff. So, apart from having to wait 45 minutes, this one was alright. So that was fine. Oh yeah, and at that point, I pretty much had 18 elite tokens at that point. So I just grabbed the elite Holy Wrath at that point, and then yeah, that was pretty much the end. Pretty much the end of the elite token stuff. But I continued to get the rest of the four elite tokens anyway. So yeah. Oh yeah, and then I marked what roughly position I was in for elite tokens. I was about 1,000th ish for getting the elite Holy Wrath. So that was cool. So I was in the top, basically in the top 1,000 for that. So that was cool. And then. Oh yeah, I wanted to take a break for a bit, so I just moved on to the 2 games that didn't have an elite token at that point. So I just moved on to Bloxburg. I just did these mini games in the middle here, which didn't take very long, so that was all right. I got Bloxburg out of the way, and then I moved on to Greenville, which didn't have an elite token either. A lot of walking for this token. A lot of walking. For this token, you have to do 2 chapters as well to get to this point. So yeah, as the badge says down there. So that was that. But apart from the amount of walking that you had to do for this one, it was all right. It was just snowball fights and then collecting stuff across in chapter 1. So that was fine. And then yeah, because I went and done these 2 that didn't have an elite token, because because I just needed 2 tokens to get the snow dragon at that point. So yeah, and then I just got the snow dragon after Greenville, and then I pretty much had every item in the event at that point. I just had to wait for more people to get to get the elite Holy Wrath, and then that was pretty much all the items until the New Year's Day one. So yeah. So yeah, at that point I had the snow dragon, and then yeah, then I moved on to Blade Ball. Apparently everyone hated Blade Ball as usual, because Blade Ball needs to stop making things so annoying to get. But I'm hearing something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Blade Ball took me. Blade Ball didn't bother me at all, but. A lot of people were struggling with Blade Ball. Because the token itself the token itself for Blade Ball was fine. It was just. Oh wait, was it the yeah? Because I just did one match and it just gave me the token. I think pretty much. I think if I remember correctly, yeah, yeah. Because I got the token first try with Blade Ball, so that was great. I forgot what you had to do for it. It was just one match and I just got it immediately. So it took like 5 minutes to get the token. So there's that. And then I moved on to the elite token. So yeah, the elite token is bad. I know the elite token is really bad because you have to place top 5. Yeah, it was with the you have to place top 5 in a 50-player Winter Royale 3 times. And that is way too much for a new player to do. That is way too much. They should not have made it that difficult. They should not have made the elite token here that difficult. But here's the thing, though. On my end, I was the luckiest person because when I joined the event server for the elite token, the server was pretty much empty. There was only 10 people in there instead of 50, and people were starting to leave the server at that point. So it dwindled down to the minimum requirement for the match to start, which was 5. And this took me like 10 minutes. The elite token took me like 10 minutes because of that. I was very lucky to get into a small server for this one. Very lucky. So that means that Blade Ball took like 30 minutes, maybe less, because of that. So I'm very grateful I ended up in an empty server for the elite token because I don't know how long I would have been doing this for otherwise. A lot of people were in full servers and it was causing this elite token to be way too difficult. But I was very lucky to basically pretty much just get the elite token in 3 matches. The first three matches I went in, I came in top 5 on the first 3 matches because there was only like 5 to 10 people in the server, and I got it immediately. So I'm very glad, very lucky to have gotten into pretty much an empty server for that. So I'm glad I dodged that nightmare. So that was great. And then after I got done with Blade Ball, I then moved on to Bed Wars. Bed Wars was a nightmare in the classic event, and this time they were actually, and just like Driving Empire, they were nice to us this time. Hooray! We don't have to actually play Bed Wars this time. It was just mini games. So thankfully it was just mini games and not actual Bed Wars this time. So this was so much better than the classic event. Way better. Like all you had to do was just play 15 mini games, I think it was, and then just win 3 mini games in a row to get to the boss at the top of the mountain. And the problem with this one though is that you need a good team to get it done, because otherwise if your team sucks then you have to keep restarting until you get a good team. I only had to restart like once or twice, I think, on my end to get a good team, so it was all right for me. But yeah, so I did it in like three matches roughly, pretty much, to get the elite token. So the regular token here was fine. It was just the 50. It was just the 5 mini games, so it was fine. And then the elite token here, so you have to get to the top of the mountain and do the 3 mini games in a row, so that was fine. And then so Bed Wars was fine. Thankfully, so it was. They were nice. They were nice to us this time. So I'm glad that they were nice to us this time. And since we're at the top of the mountain anyway, you just needed to get to the top of the mountain to get the elite token. So, but the team I had for the elite token here, they were they were really good at taking out this boss. So we pretty much took out the boss as well, which was an optional thing, but. Yeah, we got that done and got the stuff from the boss too, so that was cool, I guess. So, yeah, that was Bed Wars out of the way. And then I moved on to this. I didn't like Tower Defense Simulator last time, and I still don't like it now. This one took the Tower Defense Simulator. I got the regular token on day 3. Just the token alone is way too hard for new players. way too hard to get this token for for new players. You have no idea how many times I just failed the token. The token for me was just way too much on its own, and this was easy mode, and so yeah, there's the token. But I want to move on to I want to refresh this to make sure I'm not doing that. But I need to move over to day 4 now because I'm bringing up what's it called, NFL Universe Football first, because like the elite token for Tower Defense Simulator was the bane of my existence. I spent the entirety of day 4, no joke, from when I woke up to when I went to when I went to bed, I spent the entire day trying to get Tower Defense Simulator's elite token, dude, because it was telling you to do it on hard mode, but no one was telling anybody, nobody told anybody, not on YouTube, no one said on YouTube at all. At some point around day 4, maybe 3 or 2, I don't know, they changed it so you could do the elite token on easy mode, but they didn't tell anybody. I think they said it on Twitter, but they didn't tell anybody in the game itself. So I spent the entire day of day 4 trying to do it on hard mode with in quads, trios, duos. And it just didn't work. Apparently, it would have been way easier to do it in solo. But last time I did Tower Defense Simulator in solo on the classic, I had to watch somebody. I literally had to watch somebody else play it to do it solo, and I didn't want to. There was no way I was going through that again. So I just didn't. I didn't even want to try doing it on solo. At that point, oh yeah, I'm talking so long that my speed sim spins ready, but I'm going to ignore that. So get rid of that. I want to talk about this. I want to finish talking about this at the moment. So yeah, so I spent the entire day trying to get the Tower Defense Simulator elite token. I took some random person on Twitter to tell me that you could do it on easy, because they mentioned it on Twitter, but I don't follow the Twitter. I don't play the game, so and maybe they said it in their Discord too, but I'm not in the Discord either. The only place that they actually said it was on Twitter, but I don't follow the Twitter. So the only way I found out that they nerfed the elite token to easy was just some random person telling me on Twitter that they nerfed it to easy. So it's like, so I was at the last minute of day 4 when someone told me that. So I just snapped straight into a random lobby and tried to ask people if they had the token at that point. But I'll get to that in a minute. I want to talk about NFL Universe Football first. But the token was fine. You just had to spam a block on a bunch of people for the token. But again, like in the games with that other American football game, I hate gaining yards in American football Roblox games. It is infuriating because, again, as I said in my Games in a Nutshell compilation, nobody ever passes you the ball. And again, I'll say it again. The only way to get gains is to either intercept the ball and run in the correct direction, because I went in the wrong direction the first time. In the correct direction to gain yards, and you had to gain 15 yards. You have to run 15 yards with the ball. But just intercepting it is the worst way to do it, because you have to jump in front of an opposite team player and grab the ball and then remember to run in the correct direction with it. Otherwise, you get minus yards, and you have to go even further for the elite token. It's like, but the only other way to get to gain yards is for someone to pass you the ball. But the problem is that nobody ever passes you the ball in these games, and it's just like, please just give me the ball already so I can gain these yards and be done with this badge. And it's like, this one took this. I hate gaining yards in American football Roblox games, dude. It sucks. No one ever passes to you, and it's just I hate these games, dude. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they wouldn't be in Roblox events, but there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, and then yeah, so then and then I went, and then this was like halfway through the day, and I just decided to just go over to Universe Football and just get that out of the way because that didn't take not near enough as long as this did. Because it took me all day, like literally all day, for someone to tell me you can just do it on easy. So I asked around in the Tower Defense Simulator hub, just asking if people have got the token. I found two people I found two people that did the token. So I didn't even know you could party up for these badges either until this point at the end of the day, and just teamed up with two people. We failed it like 2 or 3 times again after that because I still don't know how to play the game because I don't play this game. They originally expected us to. I feel like they expected us to be level 100 and have these helicopter pursuit units to get this done. To get this done in hard mode. Like you can't do that, dude. As a new player, it's just not possible. Like, Tower Defense Simulator is the worst one that understands how the game works for new players. Like, it's just, dude. If you've never played the game before, you don't know how to place units correctly. I like throughout the entire day, I was constantly getting told new information over and over and over again on how to place units correctly, how to upgrade them properly, like with the pursuits here. It's just like, it's way too complicated for new players to understand this immediately. This took me all day to get this elite token. I'm not happy with how long this took. This took way longer than it should have for a new player. It took all day, like literally all day, like I don't know, like several hours. Like way longer than 5 hours. I lost track. because I don't even know when I start. Because it won't even show in the timestamps on the screenshots either. At that point, it pretty much just took all day to get this elite token. This is the worst. This was the worst badge in the entire event for me because of that. Because of how long it took. This one just took so much energy out of me just to get this one, dude. With the two people I found that had the token already to get this one, we failed it like 2 or 3 times before we got it here. But and another thing too, while I was still trying to do it in hard mode, the only way that you can get the elite token is this: every single person in the party has the token. So if they don't have the token, then the shards you have to collect in the radio for the code you have to put in. How people figured out the code, I have no idea. I just looked it up and found out the code. The shards in the radio don't spawn if even one person in the party doesn't have the token. So because nobody knew you could do it on easy, you literally can't get the elite token in easy because nobody has the token, because they're still trying to get the token in easy mode, because nobody knows that nobody knew that you could, that they nerfed it. So it's just like, oh jeez, dude. It's all over the place with the communication of this game, dude. That's just like, they really needed to have handled this better for new players, dude. Because this was a nightmare to get this elite token, dude. I didn't even think to place the pursuits and all this setup I have here, all this setup here where the pursuit helicopter pads are. I didn't know that. I was getting told this throughout this entire trying to get this entire party trying to get this to set up there. This took way too long. I'm also going to reset the AFK timeout on Roblox again, just to make sure I don't get kicked. Yeah. But yeah, this because this took all day, therefore this was the worst game in the event for me because of that. Because it took the entire day. It took 5+ hours, maybe more, maybe several more. I lost count at that point. So yeah, I didn't like Tower Defense Simulator in the classic event either, because I had to literally just watch somebody do the entire thing while I was also doing it at the same time with the classic event, and this was just another level of just, oh geez, dude. Please, Tower Defense Simulator especially, but everybody participating in Roblox events, can you please test your events? Can you please test your event badges on a new account, please? Don't do this. Don't test this. Don't test your events on your main account. Test it on a brand new account and get the badge that way. Because otherwise you're going to have a situation like this where new players are going to be freaking out about the difficulty because it was not properly tested for new players. Especially people that have never played the game before or don't play it. It's just like, ugh. I wish Roblox or someone just please test how long these badges take, because they really should not take longer than 30 minutes. Hey, they shouldn't really take longer than 20 or 15 minutes to get all these badges, dude. You shouldn't be in the game for that long. I mean, I get you want your premium payouts, but like we've got, this is not the only game we're going to be playing during the event. There's going to be like at least like 14 plus other games that we're going to be going through during the event, dude. Like we can't we shouldn't be spending longer than 30 60 minutes in your game. More than 30 minutes I'd say is still too much. Like, geez, dude. But yeah, so this was the last elite token. So yeah, Universe Football was the last token. Was the last token that I needed to get. So that was done. And then this was the very last elite token that I got for the entire event. So at that point, I basically had what I have now. I still have the extra 4 tokens and elite tokens from that. So I've got everything in the game at that point. So yeah, that's the end. That was the end of that. And then I think that was pretty much it then. So I just move on to nothing happened after that point. It was day 7 at that point. At this point, so there's only like there's only like a few screenshots left at this point. So all the way over from day 4 to day 7, that was when they released the ice crown here. So that was when enough people got the elite holy wrap, I think. So I went and grabbed that. So so I went and grabbed the cloudy ice crown. Yeah, that was when I grabbed that, and then nothing happened pretty much after that until New Year's. So after that point, we had to wait until New Year's then. So if I go on over to the last, I think this is the last screenshot then. So if I go on over to here, and then yeah, on New Year's they just dropped this on us after it hit January 1st. I think it was yesterday now. So this was literally just, we're catching up to yesterday now. So and then they gave us these this diamond change. So yeah. And then yeah, there's me in my Christmas accessory setup there. And then yeah, that I think is pretty much all the screenshots I took for the event, and pretty much that's everything discussed now. So yeah, and then yeah, here's all of the items from. Let me get into some light here. So yeah, here's all the items from the event pretty much. So there you go. I got them all on as a character creation. So yeah, there you go. I shrunk the elite holy wrap a little bit so I could still use dynamic heads, because what's the point? I want to use this helmet, but I have to shrink it, otherwise I can't use dynamic heads, because there's no point, because you won't see it because of what's it called, the like the silhouette and the red eyes here would be in front of it, and then at that point you might as well just use 2D faces at that point, because you can't see the dynamic head. So I just shrank it so you can't see it, so you can still see the face here. Look, so I just did that, and then yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much it then. that's pretty much everything discussed at that point. So I'm gonna switch back to my my main avatar now, real quick. Can I reset in the Winter Spotlight hub? I'm not sure. Let me get back to here. Can I reset? I can, so I can show you the Elite Holy Wrath properly equipped now. So I literally just attached it like this. So I shrank it again. So it's behind. Oh yeah, it would have hid the meta shades as well. That's another reason why I shrank it. So yeah, that's another reason why I shrank the Elite Holy Wrath. So there's that. It sticks out a little bit on the left and the right here, but yeah, it's fine. I prefer it like this anyway. So yeah, the horns are still visible on the left and the right here a little bit, so that's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the Winter Spotlight event then. Like 2 hours ago now, I think. Pretty much they did a countdown, and then they just migrated it, and then it just says thanks for playing, and the event's over. No, there's no boss or anything. It's just that they just wanted to showcase the game updates this time. But I'm hearing big things about the next event, which is probably going to be somewhere around Easter, I'm going to assume. So yeah, that's going to be, apparently they're saying it's going to be a big one. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I hope it's not. I hope it's not as tedious as some of these events in 2024. Some of the games, because oh geez, I never really liked dev hunts when they started in 2019, and and they're still doing dev hunts, and I'm just like, oh, geez. I don't even. I'm with Creek and a lot of people on this. They need to just do it with one game, like they did with Egg Hunts, dude. Just one game, and you get all the badges in the one game, and then it takes like a few hours to do it, and then you're just done with it. Like it shouldn't be this. Like Egg Hunts were so much better. Because it was just one game, you just got all the badges in the game, and the team Twin Atlas, I'm sure, is very capable of doing an egg hunt, because 15's 2018 egg hunt was so good, dude. It was the best. It was the best thing. It was also when oh yeah, Creek was also saying from 2018, nobody knows what these key wings are. Nobody knows what the wings of the Pathfinder are, or the Dominus Venari. Nobody knows what that is anymore. If I do have like a 10 FPS video on when I was about to get the wings, but from 2018, but that's buried now. It's 8 years ago now. That was all the way back in 2018, so that was multiple years ago now. But yeah, nobody knows what these wings are anymore. I don't even think people even know what the meta shades are, or maybe even, I mean, there's still a lot of people that know what RB Battles is, even though they've been struggling to fund Season 4, but I know that's going to be a nightmare if they ever set that up. But yeah, I don't even know if anyone even know. I don't even know if a lot of people even know what the Golden Crown of Courage here is, or the Golden Antlers of Honor, which was 2020. The Golden Antlers of Honor, and then 2022 was the Golden Crown of Courage. I don't think a lot of people even know what those are at this point. Like, most people probably only know what the Crystal Diadem is here. Some people probably don't even know what this Valkyrie is from Metaverse Champions. Is there anything else here? I mean, most people now would probably only know what the Infinite Egg here is. The Crystal Diadem, the Elite Holy Wrath now, and the Purple Helmet. I forgot the name of it from the Classic here. Like the stuff from this year, most people probably only know about, but they won't know about. Definitely not know about the Wings of the Pathfinder here. Oh yeah, and the Wings of the Black Line. That was 3. You had to do 3 games for that. So that's why I've still got it on. So yeah, that means then that yes, the Sparks Winter Wings, I'm going to just talk about this now. I've took off Spark's Winner's Wings to put on the Elite Holy Wrath because you only needed to pretty much just get one badge for Spark's Winter Wings. You didn't have to do like all 120, 160 odd games for it, which is what I actually did back then in Metaverse Champions, which was really unnecessary. But I did every single game in Metaverse Champions, which was stupid. I didn't need to do that, but oh well. But yeah, you only needed one badge for Spark's Winter Wings, so I've replaced it. I've took that off and put the Elite Holy Wrath on in replacement for that now. So yeah, this is pretty much what my avatar is now then. So for now, but yeah, that's every single screenshot from the event that I took, and then yeah. That took me an hour and a half to just to talk about it, but it would have been shorter if I just did a video, if I just did clips on it, I think maybe, but I feel like it's better to just do it this way because it's less of a hassle and I can just get on with it during the event instead of worrying about recording every single game. So it's just like, I feel like it's better to just do it this way so it's explained better, I guess, as well, and then it's just a stream, so it's easier to set up as well. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it then for the Winter Spotlight event then. So it ended like a couple of hours ago today. So yeah, and then I'll bring the graphics up again just to show the hub one more time properly. I don't like the depth of field. I really don't like the depth of field. I have to go down to quality 7 to turn that off. Look. I don't like the depth of field in the background there. I really don't like that. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Winter Spotlight event then. So yeah, all right then, we done here. See you guys.